The Self Stands Beyond Mind by Nisagra Datta Maharaj. Devotee asked, as a child, fairly often I experienced states of complete happiness, verging on ecstasy. Later they ceased, but since I came to India, they reappeared, particularly after I met you. Yet these states, however wonderful, are not lasting. They come and go, and there is no knowing when they come back. Maharaj said, how can anything be steady in a mind which itself is not steady? Then devotee asked, how can I make my mind steady? Maharaj said, how can an unsteady mind make itself steady? Of course it cannot. It is the nature of the mind to roam about. All you can do is to shift the focus of consciousness beyond the mind. Devotee asked, how is it done? Maharaj said, refuse all thoughts except one, the thought I am. The mind will rebel in the beginning, but with patience and perseverance it will yield and keep quiet. Only you are quiet, things will begin to happen spontaneously and quite naturally without any interference on your part. Devotee asked, can I avoid this protracted battle with my mind? Maharaj said, yes, you can. Just live your life as it comes, but alertly, watchfully, allowing everything to happen as it happens, doing the natural things the natural way, suffering, rejoicing as life brings. This also is a way. Then devotee asked, well, then I can as well marry, have children, run a business, be happy. Maharaj said, sure, you may or may not be happy. Take it in your stride. Then devotee asked, yet I want happiness. Maharaj said, true happiness cannot be found in things that change and pass away. Pleasure and pain alternate inexorably. Happiness comes from the self and can be found in the self only. Find your real self, Swarupa, and all else will come with it. Then devotee asked, if my real self is peace and love, why is it so restless? Maharaj said, it is not your real being that is restless, but its reflection in the mind appears restless because the mind is restless. It is just like the reflection of the moon in the water stirred by the mind. The wind of desire stirs the mind, and the me, which is but a reflection of the self in the mind, appears changeful. But these ideas of movement, of restlessness, of pleasure and pain are all in the mind. The self stands beyond the mind, aware but unconcerned. Devotee asked how to reach it. Maharaj said, you are the self here and now. Leave the mind alone. Stand aware and unconcerned, and you will realize that to stand alert but detached, watching events come and go, is an aspect of your real nature. Devotee asked, what are the other aspects? Maharaj said, the aspects are infinite in number. Realize one and you will realize all. Devotee asked, tell me something that would help me. Maharaj said, you know best what you need. Devotee asked, I am restless. How can I gain peace? Maharaj said, for what do you need peace? Devotee asked, to be happy. Maharaj said, are you not happy now? Then devotee asked, no, I am not. Then Maharaj said, what makes you unhappy? Then devotee asks, I have what I don't want, and what I want, what I don't have. Maharaj said, why don't you invert it, want what you have and care not for what you don't have? Then devotee asks, I want what is pleasant and don't want what is painful. Maharaj said, how do you know what is pleasant and what is not? Then devotee asked, from past experience, of course. Maharaj said, guided by memory, you have been pursuing the pleasant and shunning the unpleasant. Have you succeeded? Then devotee asked, no, I haven't. The pleasant doesn't last. Pain sets in again. Maharaj said, which pain? Then devotee asked, the desire for pleasure, the fear of pain, both are states of distress. Is there a state of unalloyed pleasure? Maharaj said, every pleasure, physical or mental, needs an instrument. Both the physical and mental instruments are material. They get tired and worn out. The pleasure they yield is necessarily limited in intensity and duration. Pain is the background of all your pleasures. You want them because you suffer. On the other hand, the very search for pleasure is the cause of pain. It is a vicious circle. Devotee asked, I can see the mechanism of my confusion, but I do not see my way out of it. Then Maharaj said, the very examination of the mechanism shows the way. After all, your confusion is only in your mind, which never rebelled so far against confusion and never go to grips with it. It rebelled only against pain. Then devotee asked, so all I can do is to stay confused? Maharaj said, be alert, question, observe, investigate, learn all you can about confusion, how it operates, what it does to you and others. But being clear about confusion, you become clear of confusion. Then devotee asks, when I look into myself, I find my strongest desire is to create a monument, to build something which will outlast me. Even when I think of a home, wife, and child, it is because it is a lasting, solid testimony to myself. Maharaj said, right, build yourself a monument. How do you propose to do it? Then devotee said, it matters little what I build as long as it is permanent. Maharaj said, surely you can see for yourself and nothing is permanent. All wears out, breaks down, dissolves. The very ground on which you build gives away. What can you build that will outlast all? Then devotee said, intellectually, verbally, I am aware that all is transient, yet somehow my heart wants permanency. I want to create something that lasts. Maharaj said, then you must build it of something lasting. What you have, you, that is lasting. Neither your body nor mind will last. You must look elsewhere. Then devotee said, I long for permanency, but I find it nowhere. Maharaj said, are you yourself not permanent? Devotee said, I was born, I shall die. Maharaj said, can you truly say you were not before you were born? And can you possibly say when dead, now I am no more? You cannot say from your own experience that you are not. You can only say I am. Others too cannot tell you you are not. Then devotee said, "There is no I am in sleep." Maharaj said, "Before you make such sweeping statements, examine carefully your walking state. You will soon discover that it is full of gaps. When the mind blanks out, notice how little you remember even when fully awake. You cannot say that you were not conscious during sleep. You just don't remember. A gap in memory is not necessarily a gap in consciousness." Then devotee said, asked, when can I make myself remember my state of deep sleep? Maharaj said, "Of course, by eliminating the intervals of inadvertence during your waking hours, you will gradually eliminate the long interval of absent mindedness which you call sleep. You will be aware that you are asleep." Then devotee said, "Yet the problem of permanency, of continuity, of being is not solved." Maharaj said, "Permanency is a mere idea born of the action of time. Time again depends on memory. By permanency, you mean unfailing memory through endless time. You want to eternalize the mind, which is not possible." Then devotee said, asked, "Then what is eternal?" Maharaj said, "That which doesn't change with time. You cannot eternalize a transient thing. Only the changeless is eternal." Then devotee said, "I am familiar with the general sense of what you say. I do not crave for more knowledge. All I want is peace." Maharaj said, "You can have for the asking all the peace you want." Devotee said, "I am asking." Maharaj said, "You must ask with an undivided heart and live an integrated life." Devotee asked, "How?" Maharaj said, "Detach yourself from all that makes your mind restless. Renounce all that disturbs its peace. If you want peace, deserve it." Then devotee said, "Surely everybody deserves peace." Maharaj said, "Only those deserve it who don't disturb it." Then devotee asked, "In what way do I disturb peace?" Maharaj said, "By being a slave to your desire and fears." Then devotee asked, "Even when are justified?" When they are justified, then Maharaj said, "Emotional reactions born of ignorance or inadvertence are never justified. Seek a clear mind and a clean heart. All you need is to keep quietly alert, inquiring into the real nature of yourself. This is the only way to peace." Hari Om Tat Sat.